I'd like to introduce Brett Blake to you, so he can talk to you about what's going on with Beachbody at large and also the coaches.
Thanks to Chris and all the volunteers for this event. What a fantastic event. A great space. By the way, before I get started here, Anne-Marie Tiffin here. Hi, Anne-Marie. Jeanette Seals just texted me. I'm going to say hi. So please tell her I did that, okay? I feel like a groupie. Some of you were, last night we were hanging out in Norfolk and Philadelphia the night before. I apologize to those of you who were in both of those places that I may repeat myself. I've been known to do that before. Which I heard actually that is a good thing. And this is as you grow in leaders, you should know this, that if the people in your organization can't mimic you and can't do a good impersonation of you, you're not communicating enough. So I'm hoping that by the time I leave, I'll have people who can do some poor impersonation. Today's going to be a great day. You're really fortunate to have two of our best, both on the product side and on our business side. We're going to kind of bring the best of both worlds together to you. And so I'm going to spend as little time as possible. We've got Dr. Wheeler here, who will spend about an hour and a half giving you insight, details in a lecture, just like you're in college again. And then we're going to have a test, an exam afterward. No, then we'll do Q&A and give you a chance to do Q&A. Then we'll take a break. And those of you who are feeling a little like you've got some energy, Carl posted last night on YouTube channel the shuffle, what do you call it? The Cupid shuffle, which I have never seen before. And he's texted me nonstop since then saying, well, please get the folks in DC to do the Cupid shuffle and post it on YouTube. So some of you are in Norfolk. Your video is now up live on YouTube as a response to that. And so those of you who are interested during the break, we'll do a little DC Cupid shuffle that we can post. And then we'll turn the rest of the afternoon over to Tommy Migren. He's the only one that can keep us awake in the afternoon. Tommy is going to give you some really outstanding training that will benefit you and help you build an organization that will duplicate itself and be able to build an organization that really needs the kind of time frame you want. So Tommy will talk. Tommy actually had the copies. Finally did my job. They're under the podium, so we've got handouts for you. So that's the agenda for you. For those of you who don't know me, again, my name is Brett Blake. I'm the Managing Director of Team Beachbody. My job, I'm responsible for Team Beachbody at Beachbody. Beachbody is an extraordinary company that started as product partners by a gentleman that I think is the best at what he does in the world. Carl Deichler and John Congdon founded the company. Carl has this unique ability to communicate on television and on response television like nobody else. And he's got on his wall, in his office, Emmy Award and #1 ranked infomercials, one after the other to show for his work. And what he's done, I'll talk more about it, is extraordinary. But we have our infomercial side of the business. About 5 years ago, he realized that most of our best customers were actually engaging with one another in a chat room. And it was an amazing experience. They were helping one another, they were providing support to one another, they were recommending products to one another. And many of those who ended up in the infomercial came from that chat room, the people that were talking to one another. And we started to experiment with many different ideas of how can I create that kind of a movement where we've got customers who experienced our products actually reaching out and helping other people. And we tried lots of different methods of doing that. And then he realized that just allow individuals to get paid for their work. Carl, you hear him say, listen, it's not really as difficult to create a great workout program for a home as it is to actually do that workout for 60 days or 90 days and get the results, right? So somebody who goes through that program and loses the weight ought to be able to benefit from what they've done. And so we started experimenting with different ideas and eventually launched Beachbody and work in progress. And, but we're confident now we have the formula to help us end the trend of obesity. We have the dubious honor of being the first generation in the United States who will leave our children less healthy than we are, who will pass on a probability of living fewer years. For the first time in the history of the United States of America, our growing generation is expected to live fewer years than their parents, right? And at the center of that is this epidemic of obesity and the fact that we're literally eating ourselves to death. We have a secret formula. Are you ready for it?
Yeah.
Are you sure? Yeah. Lewis, can I share the formula?
Yes, please.
Okay. So here it is. Write this down. If you exercise and eat right, you'll lose weight. We actually found that before we hired Dr. Wheeler. Actually, we've added to that formula, right? We've got a 4-step formula that we think actually can do it, because there needs to be more proactive energy against this trend. So we provide fitness programs that are fun to do at home and are well known. Fun enough that we do it on the Hill here in Washington, D.C., right? The House of Representatives. Anybody been up to see that, the gym that they created for P90X up there? It's fabulous. They took out all their Nautilus equipment in half the gym. They have this big, beautiful blue mat that has the house logo on it, and then 4 flat screen TVs, and then we got the P90X calendar up on a whiteboard, and all of the handouts. So we've got 45 members of Congress doing it. When Carl met President Obama, he said, "You guys are the P90X guys?" Yeah. And he said, "You know, Michelle does that every morning, and she can kick my fanny." So I don't know if that's true, but that's from the mouth of the president himself. And it's become a social phenomenon. I was watching TV last night and saw a movie. It's a movie. I was flipping through it on a backdrop with a P90X banner on the show that I was watching on my way to see it. So really cool things happening along in life. But so we've decided to figure out how to do fitness programs, how to make it convenient for people at home. Now with certification, we'll start taking our fitness programs into gyms. You'll see a whole new evolution of Beachbody in the coming years. Fitness plus nutrition. I've been in the nutritional supplement industry for a while. When I heard about Shakeology over and over again during the interview process when I was looking at this company, and finally I got tempted enough that I actually bought it. They didn't send it to me for free and some of that. And I remember picking up that bag and turning it over and looking at the label on the back and having the experience that many of you had. It was just like, wow, are you kidding me? You've got all of these probiotics and prebiotics and enzymes and wheatgrass and sacha inchi and all these mocktails, fantastic whole foods in it. And the more you hear about the story, the deeper you get into how we get that product to market, how much work it takes for us to go actually out and develop long-term relationships with farmers and to manage the whole process and export products to the market. You realize that's truly a miraculous and amazing product. We'll learn more about that today. But we made nutrition simple now with Shakeology. And so we've got fitness plus nutrition plus support. We knew that support was important, but we're getting better and better and better at connecting new customers, people at the beginning of their journey, people who've been on that journey, and connecting with one another, people who are experiencing it right now, talking to one another, engaging with one another, asking questions of one another, and the accountability is having really amazing results. And then finally, we have this rewards. The company has for a long time had rewards for people who get healthy and fit. We started with this $1 million body game. Now we call it the Beachbody Challenge. We're giving away about $800,000 this year to people to get healthy and fit. $500 every day. People who would just log in and tell us that they worked out. You don't even have to work out one of our programs. Walk, ride a bike, right? Just log your workout. You get a chance to win $500. That's how serious we are about ending this trend. And in fact, we give $1,000 a month and $5,000 quarterly winners. Where's Mark? Mark, is it true?
Yes.
You earned how much?
6,000.
Have you always looked like this?
No. No, I can get lots
How much weight have you lost?
since the biggest about 70.
7 pounds. Fantastic. Anybody else win one of our daily winners? Eddie?
Oh, a daily $1 million body game, you know.
Yeah, how much did you win in the $1 million body game?
Well, at that time, it was equivalent to the $25,000 award this year, but it was $5,000 for my year.
$5,000. It's inflation, sorry.
But it was a wonderful trip out to LA. I can't tell you how wonderful it was.
Congratulations. Look how fit she is. She's 60, but she looks like she's 25, right? It's just nice. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
We won money in our daily. Yeah, Tommy, you did all right. $50,000. I remember I was in Tulsa, Oklahoma, or somewhere like that, and a coach stood up and said she won $10,000, and she took it to the bank. She was so excited because she couldn't become a coach, Beachbody coach. She didn't have enough money to enroll. She was so poor. She won $10,000. She took this money to the bank. She thought, I'm going to enroll today. And the bank said, no, we've never seen this check. I don't believe it's real. It's going to take, you're going to have to wait for 8 days. Yeah, they wouldn't take, but it went through. It did go through. And you could enroll as a coach.
The benefits of the debt-free company.
Yeah, that's nice. So we reward people for getting healthy and fit. We make it fun, but there's more to it, right? We knew we had to create a way to be able to help provide rewards for people who actually got fit, who told their story and helped other people. And through Team Beachbody, our coaching opportunity, we create this fabulous way for people to be able to earn retail commissions or to be able to build large organizations and created incentives for them to be able to quit their jobs full time to help us. That's our purpose. We actually measure that. We look at it. How many of our coaches are having success and at least making enough money to get their product paid for? That's something I sent our regional sales team to focus on. And then the second is, how many individuals are making enough money that we can engage them full time in this business? Super important for us because this, we're up against some big companies, right? Last I checked, McDonald's stopped putting out how many hamburgers they've sold because they reached 99 billion and they couldn't count that many. Right? So we've got our task set up and we're making an impact. This is a fantastic time to be part of Beachbody because we're moving into an entirely new phase of growth. If you think back at what's happened over the last 15 to 14 years, we've been able to do something that very few, and I think no one has done, and that is we've been able to build a recognizable brand, and in our case brands, using infomercials as our core information, source information. That's unique because the world of infomercials, very few people buy and see infomercials, right? You don't go home after work and say, I think I'll sit down and watch an infomercial, right? Usually it's a moment of weakness, it's late at night, but we've been able to create brands from that. And not only have we been able to create brands, but among companies that have well-known brands, there are very few who've created what I call aspirational brands. What do I mean by that? Well, you all know Nike, really well, right? Most people know Nike, but very few people walk around and say, I'm wearing Nike, right? You all know McDonald's, but very few, especially in this room, will go around and tell people you ate at McDonald's this morning, right? And we just don't talk about it. But if you have done P90X, right? How do you feel about that?
Great.
Awesome.
Are you afraid? Are you afraid to tell anybody about it? No. Anybody wear gear around?
All
People
the
see
time.
P90X and they go, "Oh man." What do they say?
Tell me more.
Yeah.
You're
With
crazy.
Enthusiasm, right, and respect. So you have people of all walks of life, including the President of the United States, that's willing to say, "My wife does that," right? Because something happens when you do P90X. It's a brand that you're willing to allow your name to be associated with, right? You've got this fantastic aspirational brand that, believe it or not, only a small percentage of the world knows about. And what's happened in the last 40 days is we've gone on air and started testing spot advertising. So we're moving from the world of 30-minute advertising, because of how well-known P90X is, into the world of spot advertising. So we're going from this segment of the population to this segment of the population, and eventually to that. How's that? Right? As we move from television stations that are only created for infomercials onto E, Bravo, and ESPN. Any of you seen our 10-minute trainer, Les Mills, or P90X or Insanity spot advertising? The way that we work in advertising, unlike other companies, say, we're going to spend $10 million on advertising, that's our budget, good luck, and let me know at the end of the year if it works. We say we're going to spend $10,000 on advertising this weekend, and if it works, we'll use the money that we made from that $10,000 investment, and we'll put it in however much we made into next week's advertising. So our advertising budget grows with success. And we're growing from $10,000 investment in January to well over 100,000, almost 300,000 in this one brands, and on our way to what we hope will be $1 million plus spend on spot advertising. What will that mean to you as coaches? If you think P90X has been around and people know about it, and Les Mills Pump and Insanity, wait till you start walking the streets in the coming months, because the awareness will go up significantly, and the talk value of our brands will go up significantly. Okay? Fantastic time to be part of that. At the same time that this is happening, we're taking advantage of our ability to generate leads and to generate customers. And we're looking for ways to put all of our customers eventually into the network. This is our future, right? We don't have support. We don't really have nutrition enough. And most of our customers come on the TV don't engage in our reports. They only have one of the 4 elements of our success formula. We know that if we can get them to open the box and have success, that's great news for us, and it's great news for them. So we want more people to be successful. We want more people to engage with our coaches. The challenge groups, challenge packs that we've come out with represent a system that we think is not only make life easier for you and make it easier for you to build your business, but will allow us to create an infrastructure, a relationship with our coaches, so that we can, over time, direct more and more and more of our television volume to coaches. Okay? And to that end, we've hired 3 significant new hires in the last 6 months. Shelly Parisi, who joined us from Career Builder, whose job was just to generate leads from them and to help direct sellers take advantage of it. She created a whole direct selling lead program so that people who were going to Career Builder to look for a job and were interested or willing to look at direct selling as an option could self-identify themselves and then be sold by Career Builder to direct selling companies. She started that program, she managed that program, she created all the training for that program, and then I hired her. I love training by someone else. Shelly joined us, and she's going to do a fabulous job of helping us first qualify leads better and then help you understand how you can better take advantage of those leads. We then hired a guy named Chris Fred. Chris Fred is one of American Express's top direct mail executives. He's been there for 10, 15 years and managed over 100 people on some of their top accounts, acquisition accounts. We brought him on board. He's focused on how we can utilize our database and figure out how to move those individuals who bought from us and chose not to be engaged with the coach into a relationship with the coach. So, and then on the telesales side, what's our new hire on the telesales side?
Beach is his last name.
Yeah, Dave Beach.
Dave Beach.
Dave Beach. Thank you. Dave Beach just joined us on the telesales side. He has this fantastic ability to help write scripts when people make calls and be able to use outbound telesales to be able to generate and follow up engagement. So those three are working together to really make our focus on our lead wheel and make our leads much more valuable, help us get into the future where we are following in your footsteps and supporting you as you build your business organically. So it's a great time to be part of this company, doing wonderful things. We're making changes in people's lives that not just improve their appearance, but improve their whole life, their confidence. Before I sit down, can I just ask, of those who are in the room, is there anybody here that lost 10 pounds or more in one of the Beachbody programs? If so, will you stand up? Stay standing if you've lost 20 pounds or more. Really? All right. 25 pounds or more. 30 pounds or more. 50 pounds or more. I'm standing, by the way. I'm still standing. 45 pounds or more. I would sit down about now. 50 pounds or more. Really? Really quickly, tell me how much. 112 pounds. 51? Congratulations. How much? 85.
Summer, I lost 62. I gained some back, so I'm down.
Great. Congratulations. All right. Hold on. How much?
54.
54. 52. Congratulations. 90? 56.
65.
65. Oh, you can stand up. Well, sit down then. 120 pounds. Anybody else on this? That's fantastic. And the great thing about it is, it's so funny for you to meet people who've lost that much weight. You say, well, you don't understand. You've all been skinny. And then they pull out their before picture. Well, who's that? Right? We're all on a journey. The journey goes up and down. The great thing about Team Beachbody is we're here to support each other. We're here to help one another. We're here to really make an impact so that we can provide a better life for the next generation of followers, right? We can set an example. And at the same time, we can have the confidence, energy, to be able to enjoy the life we have right now. I'm so grateful to be part of this company. I'm so grateful you chose to be with us today. It's such a fun time to be here. And all that I've told you, 20% of our opportunities in the United States, we're going to start to dip our toe outside of the county. We will in the next 12 to 18 months. So it's rapid change around the world as we grow. So we hope you'll choose to be part of this. We hope that it will impact you personally. It'll help you reach your own goals as
you'll be able to bring 10 or 5, or maybe just a husband or a wife or a son or a daughter, or maybe thousands along with you. Whatever you choose to do, you can do it. And we're working hard to make it easier for you. So anyway, I'm done. I want to just make sure you know Lewis Ross is traveling with me today. He's the head of our coach relations. This month we can see dramatic improvements in our ability to deliver coach relations because of the systems that he's putting in place over the next few days. So we're grateful to have him with us. Feel free to